Hi, happy Tuesday everybody. I hope you're all okay. I hope everybody is well. We're going to do a little bit of sewing today. We're going to have a little play around with some things, but we'll get into that now. Can I first just say thank you so much. You lot are blooming delicious. You all are. I had so many birthday messages, so many, just happy birthdays and stuff. I felt very, very loved. I was a little bit choked up, to be honest. It made me feel very, very happy, to be honest. It was just so lush of you all. You all said some really beautiful things, and my kids were like, really? But I had a lovely day, thank you. I saw family and friends on Sunday, and then I saw my mum and the boys. Some of the boys came back over because someone were working all yesterday, so it was a relatively quiet day yesterday, but we're saving all the party energy for tomorrow. Saving all the party energy for holiday. So yeah, that's good. Very excited now. We are just about ready to go away. So for any of you who are local, and those of you who use our website, the shop will still be open even though Sarah and I are away. Sian and Lindy Lou are going to be looking after it for us. There are slightly reduced hours, but I'm sure Sian will put another post up just to remind you all of the hours. And it does mean that the website might be a little bit slower getting stuff out and all, okay? Because Sian's got to kind of do it in reduced hours and stuff for us. But it is the shop is still open, as is the website, okay? So let's say hello to some people. Hi Anne, hi Natalie, hi Cheryl, hi Kate. Hello my darlings, how are you all? Hopefully you're all okay. The weather is delicious because, of course, the kids have gone back to school. So we're all in for a heat wave this week, apparently, aren't we? Because, they're all back in school. Obviously, that's how it works in this country. But the weather's gorgeous out there. Typical, just as we're going away. Okay, so the weather is amazing out there. It's fine. It gets really nice here. It's always the way. Hi, Marilyn. How are you, lovely? So, before we get cracking, just a massive thank you for all my birthday wishes. It was a very lovely day. I am officially 50, finally. And my 40s have been absolutely epic. So my 50s can only get better, can't they? Hopefully, anyway. Right, I'm going to crack over onto the overhead anyway. Hi, Grace, how are you? And what we're going to talk about today, I'm going to be completely honest, I wanted something easy. Because I've got a lot of stuff going on and obviously trying to get ready and all. And I thought it's a bit of a challenge for you guys as well, while you haven't got any 1 o'clocks for the next couple of weeks, 10 days or so. So this would be a bit of a challenge. I want you to dig out a charm pack. You must have one in your stashes somewhere. I'm sure you have. Dig out a charm pack maybe one that you don't like very much. Maybe you think, oh, I don't know why I bought that one, or maybe it's one that you absolutely love, okay? Dig out a charm pack and have a little go at one of these little projects, okay? So I wrote a pattern ages ago called Disappearing Always, and I wrote it for the retreat because I think a disappearing block is very underrated. People think of disappearing blocks being just very, very simple. It's what you learn when you first start out and everything. But there's so many other ways so many things you can do with it, okay? It doesn't only have to be a 9 patch, it can be a 4 patch, and we're actually going to do some 4 patch variations today. But this pattern is on our website. It gives you, I think it's 7 different ways of doing disappearing stuff. Okay, so you've got different ones with, you've got version 1 with a disappearing 9 patch, which is like the traditional one that everybody kind of knows. You've all got another one which gives you a slightly different look. It gives you, it does give you a completely different look. You've also got then, if you cut it diagonally and disappear it as well, all with 9 patches. And then we've got versions then for 4 patches as well, which again, a 4 patch is really simple and beautiful just as a checkerboard. But I love this one. I think we're going to play with this one today. It looks kind of like tartan when it comes out. I'm hoping you can see these all right. If you cut it a different way, you get almost like a bento box looking quilt. Or again, if you cut it diagonally, you get all different sorts of patterns. So I thought I might try and challenge you guys while we're away to dig out a charm pack and make a quilt top. all of these are really, really quick and simple to do, all of the versions. It's, you know, it's something that we've all got a random one in there. And make a quilt top. Make it into a picnic mat, you know, blanket or something if you don't necessarily need a new quilt. Or a lap quilt ready for summer. Gift it to somebody. Gift it for someone if you want to. Put just a simple fleece or something on the back. Or gift, you know, you could gift the top to Project Linus. So this is a way of, that's why I'm saying maybe choose a charm pack you thought, oh, I don't know why I ever bought that one. So, you know, that's what I thought I'd challenge you a little bit while we're away to have a little play with something. So this one is called Back to Basics and is actually really lovely. It's all these beautiful autumnal colours. I'm actually using this because I'm going to make this up for a sample for Hachanda for Create and Craft. And actually this one works really well because it's pretty much half creams and then half colours, which is perfect for 9 patches or 4 patches. So I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to take 2 creamy ones like that. Actually, I am going to think about it a little bit because that's the same pattern as that one. 2 creamy. No, that one is. Haha, I picked up the wrong one. Where's that first one I had? There it is. That one and that one. Okay, and that darker colour, and then let's go with a sort of rich red colour. Okay, so we're going to make that 4 patch. I'm going to make 2 4 patches so I can show you 2 different ways. Okay, so we're going to put that together in a moment, and then I'm going to take another 2. So I want that one and that one like that. It doesn't matter where they sit, whether the cream is on the, as long as they always sit the same way. Let's go with a navy one, and then I didn't do green last time, so let's have a green one down there. Okay, so there's another, and we're going to make those 4 patches first. Okay, so we're going to just put these right sides together. This is also why it's an incredibly quick method as well. All right, is you can chain piece everything, chain piece it all, put it all back together, chain piece it again. So we're going to put that together and that together over on the machine. Hi Linda, how are you? Hi Carol. Hopefully we're all over here and everything's fine. We're on. Oh, that's all right, lovely. It's a bit of a play one today. One of these ones. Oh, I've knocked my camera. Let me do that so it's actually facing where it's supposed to be. There you go. Hopefully that's now. There we go. Is that better? Yeah. So 1/4 inch seam allowance, just chain piece away. I always keep the my lighter one on top when I'm doing this. There we go. Just because I know they're going to be the right way around then if I always keep to one thing. So I always keep light one on top and then chain piece away. There we go. Like that. And then we can add those 2 together, next 2. And you could just do your whole charm pack like this. Just pair them up, chain them quickly. So yeah, so I thought we could, I'd challenge you guys. Find a charm pack that your scraps. Do you cut your scraps up into pre-cut sizes? So do you cut, 2.5 inch strips out of your scraps or 5 inch squares and stuff? And see if you can see how quickly you can make one of these quilt tops. Okay, so I'm just going to, I wasn't going to snip them. I wasn't going to snip them because I was going to show you another method, but I've snipped it now. But never mind, I was going to show you how to do it where you don't even have to snip it to put them together. But then we're going to chain piece again. I'm not even going to bother to iron these. I'm just going to put them together. So literally finger press that seam just there, like that. Put these right sides together. So I've got the cream hitting the colour, cream hitting the colour. We'll press them afterwards. I'm going to line that up and away we go again. So we can make 4 patches really, really quickly. I've got really bad deja vu. Have we done this before? Have I shown you this before? I've got terrible deja vu about this. Hi Karen, how are you, lovely? Oh, I did. I had a lovely time, thank you. It was a really lovely couple of days, and now I get to go on holiday now as well. So that's going to be a really lovely few days as well. So there we go. Make sure that's turned that way. Sorry, I know I'm not doing this. It's not particularly good on camera, but you don't need to see me iron. So I'm just lining those up all the way down, like that. There we go. So I realised as well, I made a mistake last week when I did the quilt along with you guys. I'll just talk about this while I'm just ironing these out. There we go, let's go back over here. I made a mistake. I kept saying you've got 2 weeks to do it. You've actually got 3 weeks. It's actually 3 weeks, because 2 weeks I will still be in Kefalonia. So obviously we fly it tomorrow, so there's not one on Wednesday, tomorrow night. I'm taking the little stitches out of the 4 patch. Remember we did that little trick there. We take the couple of little stitches out there and there so I can spin it. So obviously we fly tomorrow, so there's obviously no live tomorrow. And then I don't come back until I'll be in the air tomorrow, next Wednesday night, because it's an evening flight. So there won't be then that Wednesday. So the next quilt along will be in 3 weeks' time, not 2 weeks. Okay, which I kept saying, oh, you've got 2 weeks, you've got 2 weeks. You know, you've actually got 3 weeks to get it all done. So there we go. And then we can make that one go that way, that one go that way. And those seams spin nicely like that. There we go. Like that. Okay. So, and you just get a really nice point with that method. I like it, you know I do. There we go, and do the same on this one. So spin it round, make sure it's going all in the right direction, like that. Over that way, that one that way, in the centre, and then iron from the front. I always tend to then press from the front a little bit as well. So you've got your 4 patches, okay? Super, super simple, nice, you know, you can do lots and lots of things with them. However, I thought we'd cut these up and have a little play. Have you packed? I haven't packed yet, lovely. I don't pack until, I'll probably pack this evening and chuck the last few bits in the morning. If I pack too early, I just end up forgetting what I've packed and then have to unpack to try and work out, did I put that in? Did I not put that in? So I only ever pack like an hour or so beforehand. Everything's like washed and, you know, ready to go. So what I thought we'd do to start with is this lovely tartan one. This is one of my faves, this tartan one. I really like how it comes out. So what we're going to do is going to measure out 1.5 inches from that centre seam in all ways, and then we're going to cut it, okay? And then we're going to swap some bits around to make this work. So first things first, I'm going to take the 1.5 inch line on my ruler, and I'm going to line that right along that centre seam, and then again horizontal line on your ruler, and that should sit along there, and you know everything's nice and straight. So yeah, because I travel quite a bit as well, not necessarily holidays, but I travel, you know, like up round to a Chandranor. If you've got a rotating mat, this makes life easier at this point. And you're gonna go round always just 1.5 inches away from the centre seam. Okay, so we're going to do that one there, like that. In fact, I'm going to move myself because it's a lot easier. You know, honestly, I'm going to try and do this a slightly naughty way by not moving the pieces, but I'm trying. I can't get round this table because it's a desk. So normally I would go round the table and make this happen, but I can't do that because it's against the wall. So there we go. So I've cut 1.5 inches either side of those centre seams. So you end up with something that looks like that. Okay. You're then going to swap some bits around. So you're going to start by turning this the other way so that your green is now sat up in there and this is now sat in here. Okay, like that. And the other thing that I would do as well, so again, you can play around with this, but if you swap these like that, can you see I'm just turning them so that then you've got this against here, the green against the cream, instead of the green being against green, green against cream, like that. Okay, it looks like you've spent hours with all these tiny little bits of fabric when actually you haven't at all. And I'm just moving this because I could see it wasn't quite in screen. Like that. We're then going to stitch these back together. Okay, so that one to that one, like that. And then I'm going to add that one on. That one goes on there. And because you've always ironed them the right way, it'll all nest as well. Okay, and then that one goes on there, and then that one onto that one. Like that, and then we're going to stick that on there. So we're going to sew that back together and then sew the seams. So it's the joy of quilting, isn't it? Perfectly good fabric. Cut it up, sew it back together. So, what about you guys? Are you pack on the day people, or do you pack like a week or so in advance? My sister's, who's coming with us, she's a pack well in advance person, but I just, yeah, I'll do it tonight when I get home. I've got to go and get Roz from work, and then pick up little man, and then I'll come home and finish packing then. There we go. So that's my first one done like that. And then I'm going to do my next row. Oh, I've just dropped that. So hang on, I'm just double checking now. Is that supposed to be like that? There we go. Yeah, got it. I dropped the piece and it was out of line. You packed the night before. Yeah, and me, Anne. Otherwise, I never know. I can never decide what I'm going to take. What do I want with me? Or I might think, oh, actually, no, I prefer that. I want that dress with me. I don't want that dress, so I have to unpack. And if I do it the night before, I can't think about it. I just can do it. You know, I've got no choice then, have I? Which is a much better option for me. And because I travel a lot, you know, I'm used to throwing overnight bags together very quickly. I just find it easier. Here we go. So there's the centre one, which is going to go there, and then that one and that one go on the bottom. So, and then we're going to iron these out. I'll show you the right way to iron them, and then put them back together. So, put them like that. I know, so you have lots of lists of what I want to pack. And then start getting them sorted a few days before, and last minute things go on the day I go away. You hang what you need on a rail in advance and then just decide beforehand. That's a really good idea. In fact, when my children eventually all leave home and I have room for that, I would probably do that. I'll probably do that. Because half the time I think, oh, well, I definitely want to take that, and I definitely want to take that. And then I'll get there and think, oh, I didn't pick up so-and-so. I should have picked that with me. But if I put it in a case beforehand, I'd just forget what I put in there. I really would. So on the top one, I'm going to iron them out to the bigger pieces like that. So just gently press those out. There we go. Same on the bottom one. So I'm going to iron them out to the bigger pieces. There we go. And then the middle one, I'm going to iron it inwards towards the centre so they all nests nicely. And go there on that side. And then you can put these blocks back together like that. I love this version. It's one of my favourite disappearing ones, actually. I think mainly because it does remind me of like a tartan. I think if you're really clever with your colours, this would work really nice. If it wasn't cream as a background, you could use a black or a deep navy or something. So, right, I'm going to sew that one on, and then we're going to stitch that one on the bottom. And that's my first block done. All right, really, really quick and simple, particularly if you're using a charm pack. So easy to do. You can make blocks incredibly quickly, and put enough blocks. Hang on, just caught that one there. There we go. Enough blocks to do a little lap quilt or something super fast. If you decided you wanted a bigger quilt, you could do this same thing with the layer cake, and obviously your blocks would be a lot bigger, and one layer cake would make a beautiful quilt then, like a proper bed quilt. So that one's going on there like that. I'm not actually going to bother to pin this, I'm just going to line it up with my fingers. There we go. I was very spoilt by my lovely friends and kids and hubby and stuff. It was a very nice few days for my birthday, which was lush. I ate a lot of cake and I drank a lot of Prosecco. I think we put something like 8 bottles in the recycling, and there was only 3 of us on the Prosecco Sunday night. So yeah, that was interesting. Here we go. I might have been a weeny bit hungover yesterday morning. Okay, so like that, just give that a press that way. And that block looks like you've spent a lot of time with little tiny pieces, but actually started just as a 4 patch like that. Okay, so we started as a 4 patch, which, let's have a look at the sizing on that. So if you're using 5-inch squares, that's coming out, it's 19.5-inch square. No, it doesn't. 9.5, not 19, sorry. I was reading the 19. 9.5 inches. But once you've obviously cut into it again and re-sewn it, this version ends up at 8.5. So you would lose an inch on that version. Okay, so but I really like this. If you look at the little graphic here, you do get this really lovely sort of like tartan kind of look to it. It's what I enjoy that one. But I thought we could do this one. We could cut this one up diagonally. Okay, so we cut this one diagonally. Hi Heather, how are you, lovely? So again, it's all of these versions, all 6 or 7 of them are on in the one pattern. So this is a nice one. So with the diagonal one, you're going to use the 1-inch line on your ruler, and you're going to right. Okay. So what you want to do is I really need my long ruler for this. Here we go. Let me get this one. Okay. You want to put the 1-inch line on the diagonal corners. So line up your 1 inch like that. So it's running right through the center and off the corners. So you're going to be cutting an inch away. Okay. So we're going to go through like that. Okay. There's my first cut. All right. You're then going to do the same on this side. Okay. So I'm going to do mine upside down. Okay. Don't do this. Please move yourself. Okay. Move yourself. So I've got my 1-inch line on the corners, and I'm going to cut this side. Like, as I said, because I can't get round the table, I'm being a bit naughty. I'm being very careful though, like that. Okay, so I've cut either side that way, and I want to do exactly the same this way. So I'm going to go 1 inch there to there. So 1 inch away, like that. And then I'm going to come this way and go 1 inch away. So the 1-inch line is through the corners on all 4 diagonals. Oh, come on. There we go, like that. All right. You can then play around with this one as well. You can then swap things out. So first things first, if I just, I didn't have quite enough pressure on the rotary cutter, damn it. That's because I was trying to do it at a silly angle and be extra careful. There we go. Come on. Oh, it's always in the same spot, so it might mean I've actually got a nick in my rotary blade. Time for a new blade. Yeah, must be time for a new blade. Okay, so you end up with pieces that look like this. All right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one so that my cream is now touching my coloured here. Okay, you could do it so it does that if you want to. It's a different version again, but I like it personally. I just like it with the cream touching the coloured like that. Okay, then so that's going to sit like that. So I've got, can you see these pieces, the coloured touching the cream touching the coloured like that. Okay, you can then swap these. All right, so you can swap those over like that, which is quite nice. You can do that. Okay, or you can do this. So just move them all round one, which might be a bit confusing now, but can you see you've got the colour touching the cream again like that. So there's lots of ways you can do it, as long as you decide on one way and then move them around and play around with it. It's a nice technique. It is. I really like that. Ah, thank you, lovely. Hi, Adam. How are you? There we go. So like that, and you can then add all that in. Okay, and you can get really different looks with just like those 4 simple cuts, depending on how you decide to play with it. I'm gonna go with that one. I quite like that. I think that looks quite nice. I quite like this. How strong this is against the creams and stuff. So we're now going to put these together. Now we're going to put them together like this on the diagonal. So we're going to add the 2 pieces back to here, and then that's the easy one because that's nice straight lines like that, and then that like that. Now I want to talk to you through putting them together when you're on the diagonal. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your bottom edge is lined up, okay? Don't worry about these bits, you'll cut that down, you'll square it up. Make sure the bottom line is all lined up. So you missed the beginning. What's the pattern called on the website? It's called Disappearing Always, okay? And like I said, you've got 6 different versions, but there are so many more. Once you start cutting into the fabric, there are lots more that you can do. So I've lined up my bottom edge here and we're going to stitch down there. Okay, so back over to the machine. There we go. And I don't know if you lovely ladies saw Adam from Create and Craft has popped on and said hello. I'm not back on Create and Craft until mid-October now, but we've got extra shows in October. Obviously, because I'm gallivanting off at the moment and we've got Harrogate's show, we just couldn't squeeze the Create and Craft in. So we're doing some extra ones in October though, which would be nice. So we're going to be super busy, super busy in October. There we go. So like that, and then open that out. And then again on the other side, you're going to line up this bottom edge. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. Line up the bottom edge again, okay? Don't worry that it looks like this here. That'll be squared off, all right? When you do them disappearing technique diagonally, you do end up with slightly smaller blocks, okay? It's one of those things, just one of those things, but you get really interesting patterns. There we go, it's all the way down there like that. Cut that one off, and then we're going to do this middle section. So I'm making sure that that's so if you end up with a little dog ear like that, just trim that off before you start sewing, okay? That's just from where I've cut diagonally through the seam. I've got a little bit stuck on there. So that one's going to go on there like that. Sarah James has said that she will video or go live for the renewal ceremony. So if any of you want to join us in our nonsense, there will be video and pictures going up. We might go live one day as well and just show you where we are and what we're doing. You know what we're like. Okay, so that's the next one. And then the last one is exactly the same with that one. You're making sure that you're lining up the flat edges. So there. Sewing that back together. And we're nearly there on this block as well. All the way down there like that. Would this also work with 10-inch square? Yes, absolutely you could do this with a 10-inch square. Yeah, it would be... it would really work really nicely. You just get much bigger blocks. You can do it any size square. What day is your renewal? Our actual wedding anniversary, which is the 9th of September, so it's the Saturday. I don't know if she's actually going to go live. We'll see what the Wi-Fi connection and all is like. But she said she's definitely going to video it so we can share it. So watch me being mushy for a change, which does not happen very often. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to iron these out quickly. So let's put it all back over here. Away we go. There you go. I'm going to iron these again. So I'm going to always iron them towards these nice sort of long flat pieces. Again, it's good for nesting. So that one there. And that one there. So that's my centre. And then again, I'm going to do them towards that long centre piece. There, come on. Oh, it doesn't want to flip. Come on. There we go. Got it. So that one will go like that. We'll put these back together in a minute. And then that one's going to go there like that. Oh, creased me fabric. That's because I was a bit too irony then, wasn't I, instead of pressing. There we go. And that's going to go on there like that. Okay, so I'm going to put those together so we can nest around that centre. And then I can show you how to square it up. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, I've got a dodgy seam. It's fine. I'll sort it. I'll sort it in the sewing. There we go. Like that and that. Oh, I really stretched that fabric. Be careful, guys, because it is on the bias. And I've really stretched that. That's annoyed me. It's because I was trying to read the comments instead of watching what I was ironing. And tuck that in there. Yeah, I've managed to really stretch that one out and I didn't want to, but never mind. My points aren't going to be perfect on this one. You just have to live with it. There we go. Okay, and then that one's going to go on that side, which is there, like that, and there, like that. I know you can't see me doing that, but I didn't want to switch cameras again. I just had to do that quickly. Yeah, if you're doing any of the diagonal ones, just be a little bit more careful because all of these edges are, like I said, bias. So you don't want to stretch them, which I just did. Which means things don't fit in together as well then. Okay, so nearly there, darlings. Back over here, I'm just going to iron that one out. Oh yeah, look, I really stretched that one. Never mind. Never mind. And then just gently iron that one out. A little more gentle this time. And that one, like that. Yeah, that should have all lined up. It didn't because I messed it up because I stretched the bias too much. But however, this all should have lined up and it's all gone a bit wonky. This will then measure out, oh, get me ruler the right way, as an 8-inch square. So go from the centre point, go 4 and 4, like that. Where is it? Oh, like that. Make sure it's all in. Come on. Got it. And then you can just trim off those excess bits around the edges. So 4 and 4 through the centre, turn it, and then you can do your 8 by 8 like that. There we go. Okay, so that's another block done with, you know, a similar look, slightly smaller because of the diagonals. Oh, sorry, I've got hiccups now. That happens. But that's another look just out of a simple 4 patch. You could then do all of your blocks like this, and then, you know, obviously when they come together, you'd have different colours touching and stuff. You could, if you wanted to, you could cut this down to 8 inches as well, just measuring out from the centre, and you could mix and match them, which then give you different looks within your quilt. Okay, but I just thought I'd take you through it. Again, I wanted something quick and easy to do today, frankly, being completely honest. And I thought we've all got a charm pack there or a layer cake that we've not used. Why not grab one out? If the weather's beautiful, get yourself out in the sunshine. But if it's not, if it does disappear this week or you've got something to have a play with until we come back. So it's called Disappearing Always. There's 6 different versions on there. Okay, lots of things to do with 9 patches and 4 patches and play around with it, guys. Okay, so let me come back over here. Hi. That's us done. So obviously Sarah is in the shop. The shop is open tomorrow. Sarah and Dave don't fly out till Thursday morning. So shop is open tomorrow. Sarah will be there, but she can't do 1 o'clock. She's then there by herself. So this is our last 1 o'clock now until the 20th of September, which I know seems a really long way. That's 2 weeks basically, which will be the final one of the quilt along in the evening. So because we don't get back until like the Thursday, that we're both back in the shop on Friday, we might pop on and show you around the shop if there's anything new come in or anything on the Friday. Then we're at Cardiff Quilters on the Saturday, and then I go to Amsterdam. So I'm just, yeah, jet setting all over the place this week. But I'm allowed. It's my 50th birthday adventure. Sorry, let me just, I've missed a comment, Andy, sorry, I just saw the end of it. Let me see if I can find it. Would it also work with yes, absolutely would. It would absolutely work with a 10-inch. You answering, Natalie, lovely. May dig out a Christmas charm and get a present made. Absolutely. You know, just a really, just put one of those lovely IKEA fleeces on the back. Lovely present for cushioning up under it in the winter. You might have 1 or 2 charm packs, Anne. 1 or 2? Maybe. But anyway, so So thank you again for all my birthday wishes. I felt very, very loved and very overwhelmed by you all. It was beautiful. Sarah and I will no doubt be posting through the holiday. We'll put some pictures up of where we are. She's definitely going to video it. She might even live stream it, depending on the Wi-Fi signal. We don't know what there's Wi-Fi in the villas, but we don't know what it's like, you know, what the Wi-Fi signal's like. So she might just video it and put some on. But yeah, that's it, my darlings. Have a lush time. Don't miss us too much. Okay, keep Sian nice and busy for us. Order on the website. Don't miss us too much, all right? And we will see you. I will definitely see you in a fortnight. No, not a fortnight. 3 weeks. No, that is two. Oh, it was 2 weeks from last Wednesday, wasn't it? So it's a fortnight today. We will be doing the last part of the quilt along. Oh, I'll put posts. Can't remember. Right, bye, my lovelies. Anyway, take care and enjoy the sunshine. And yeah, happy sewing. Bye.